Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It's Michelle if you guys don't know. Today we're gonna be doing what's on my iPad. Very fitting because I did just get a new iPad. If you watched my previous video, then you would know that I accidentally shattered my iPad and it would have been so expensive to fix just because I don't have Apple Care. I kind of wanted to get a new iPad too just because my old iPad was 115 gigabytes and this one is 500. I just need more storage because I store a lot of my photos on my iPad. So I ended up getting this. This is the iPad Air 13-inch M2 chip. My old one was an iPad Pro. The main difference is that the iPad Pro had a Face ID recognition and the iPad Air just has Touch ID right here. I don't mind that at all because I didn't really like the Face ID recognition just because sometimes the camera would be flipped upside down and I'm like laying in bed with my double chin and I'm just like trying to scroll on TikTok with my big iPad because I'm an iPad child. Okay, now I have to do this to do Face ID or just wait 2 seconds for the password so I can type it in. But with this, I can just boop and I'm done. And then my Apple associate was talking about the differences between them. And one of the main differences is the camera and the camera quality. So the iPad Pro, which was my old iPad, had I think 2 cameras and this one only has 1. But the thing is, when I had my iPad Pro, I never used the camera and I think we just rarely used cameras on iPads. When I heard the main difference was the camera and then the quality isn't as good on the iPad Air, I was totally okay with it. The only thing that I would say is a little tricky is the Apple Pencil that I used not working with my current iPad. I just put it here just because I don't know where else to put it. Only thing is that I don't think Apple does exchanges for iPad pencils. Also, this case is from Amazon. I feel like it was so hard for me to find a case for my iPad Pro that I really wanted because the options were so limited. But no, I found this case instantly and I am in love with it. Really like the way that the iPad sits like this when I want to stand it up because the ones that fold into a triangle back here, less sturdy. Today is Tuesday, September 24th, which means I need to upload a video tomorrow. And I'm going to upload that video tomorrow for you guys because I love you guys, okay? I'm gonna stay disciplined with my work and be consistent, okay? But anyways, here's the date. The background says life is all about how we see things. All right, I just added screen recording onto my control center, so now let's do the video. I'll put my iPad screen up on this side. My first page, I just have the weather and it says, you know, 63 degrees in New York. And then I have a little sun icon and then in here, just like the classic apps, I have App Store, Photos, setting, weather, FaceTime, calendar, books, iTunes, clock, Safari, find my iPhone, voice memos, measure, shortcuts, maps, and contacts. And I really don't use these applications, but it's nice to have because I can access them through widgets. So the next and only page is this page. At the top, I use this thing called Widgetsmith and it created like this little widget for my iPad and I just have a calendar widget. So you can see the date is September 24th and it's a Tuesday, which I love. I love being able to see the date right away. And I have my classic apps that I use all the time where they're just like my favorite apps, like Instagram, YouTube Studio, which I love, Pinterest, TikTok, Facebook, Spotify, Visco, Google Translate, and Google Photos, Canva, Widgetsmith, Tabs, and Guitar Tuner. So Widgetsmith is the app that I use to have like that calendar on the top of my home screen. It's very convenient and I have it on my phone too, which is really nice. Let's move on to folder number 2. GoodNotes, Zoom, Google Translate, Drive, Docs, and Notion. I have a little tulip as an icon. It's very cute because it, you know, kind of like represents growth for me, you know, like growth and career and stuff like that, you know. Not everything is meaningful like that, but that was. Next thing I have, this is my kind of like editing folder just because I do some of my editing on my iPad too. So I have a little flower as the top icon, Procreate, Photoshop, Lightroom, Superimpose, Glitch, Afterlight, Cam, Retouch, Prequel, Happy Lighting, and Camera Connect. Procreate I really like because I used to make my thumbnails on there. Superimpose is really cool because you can overlay images on each other and you can cut them out if you don't feel like doing it in Photoshop, just because Photoshop can use a lot of data sometimes and it can just be really slow. So it's nice when you get an app that's purpose is to do something instead of it be able to do everything and it just slows down your iPad or whatever device you're using. Camera Connect is the app that connects to my Canon cameras, basically like AirDrop, where you can download images onto your devices. It's very convenient. Okay, so the last folder, the icon is a bow, and these are all my games. So I love little games and stuff. I have Minecraft, which I have not played in a really long time, but because I bought it, I was like, I'm gonna keep it on my iPad. I have Solitaire, which I love. Also love Sudoku, which I have right here next to each other. They're just great games. I love games that are like numbers, they make you think, you know, all that stuff. Smash Hit, which is a really fun game where you just like smash glass and stuff. I have Carrot Defense 1 and 3. These are really fun games. You literally are trying to defend a carrot. I'm just seeing myself in a third person and I'm explaining the games that I'm playing on my iPad, and it's kind of like, this is what 24 looks like. Okay, anyways, I really love Carrot Defense. Fashion designer. Guys, I don't know if you know this game. So when I was young, there was this game on the web called Fantage, and it was my favorite game ever. You have an avatar and you go to these shops and you're on this board and you dress your hair and your like clothing and you just win points and play games and stuff like that, and you do fashion shows. I love that game. But I think sometime a little bit before COVID, it closed down because I guess there was not enough people on it, whatever it is. Fashion Designer is basically an app based off of a portion of what Fantage was. Although there's a lot of aspects that's literally a replica of it, there's a lot of things missing, like games and stuff like that. But that is the closest thing I have to Fantage, and I love that game so much. I wish they brought it back, but I don't know. Anyways, the next thing is crosswords. I like crossword puzzles, guys. What can you do? The next thing is in Chinese. I actually can't read it, but it's Chinese checkers. The next game is Othello. I feel like it's kind of like Chinese checkers, but also very different. Next word is Zen word. I just downloaded it because an ad got me. An ad got me, okay? What can I say? And then lastly, it's Heads Up. I love Heads Up. It's just a fun game to play at parties and stuff. It's always like a nice ice-breaking experience, especially if you're having a party and people don't know each other that well. It's a nice time to just play that game. The last thing I have on my iPad is the bottom row. It just has 5 apps that I use a lot, which is Google Chrome, the camera app, my notes, my texts, and my emails. My iPad is very simple just because I don't use it that much, because mainly it's for work. The games file might say otherwise, but truly I just don't really use my iPad that much. So that is all for what's on my iPad. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!